What's up guys, Winter Kills here and welcome back to a brand new test hand video. So we're going to be doing a test hand video for Buster Blader. We're going to give it a shot, see if we can do some going first test hands and see how well we can open and see what kind of fields we can make. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. And without further ado, let's get right into the first test hand. We're going to shuffle it up a little bit because it does need a little bit of shuffling just to kind of get everything random so we don't draw into any brick hands, which we probably still will draw into some brick hands just because like the deck isn't that consistent. But if we do open well enough, we'll play it out and see what we can get. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy. So let's shuffle that up. I think that should be good right there. We'll do one split, and then we'll draw some cards. Gem Knight Lazuli. That's really bad actually because that is our Brilliant Fusion target. And I think the only thing we can even do at this point, like let's see if we draw another card. Okay, that makes life a lot easier. Yeah, I guess the only thing we can really do would be to normal summon Prisma, activate its effect, of course reveal our fusion here, and then we'll send a Buster Blader from deck to grave. We'll send this one right here. I got this other copy that's like really beat up. It went through the wash years ago probably, but I needed a third Buster Blader, and you got to make do with what you got. Then we'll go Swords and Fusion. We'll send these two. We'll go into this, and then we have Soul Charge, which is absolutely busted. So we can Soul Charge. Like opening Soul Charge with this deck is nuts. It's so good. Might as well Soul Charge this thing as well, just for some board presence. And then we can Synchro up into an 8. We'll go into Buster Dragon, put that in defense. And yeah, I mean that's a pretty decent first turn. I'm trying to think if we could summon out Buster Whelp as well. We don't have a Destruction Sword. We actually do have a Destruction Sword card. This is treated as a Destruction Sword card. So we can do this. We can discard this, summon this, and I'm trying to think what else we could possibly do with that. Or we could not do that, and trying to think what would be the best way to go about this, because we could also add back this. If we send one card from hand to the graveyard, we can add this back to our hand, and we can just throw that in the grave. To kind of, so it'll be treated as Buster Blader, because that's when it is treated as a graveyard monster, or treated as Buster Blader, not like its own different name. This is where I wish we could have like a level 5 synchro to go into. I was thinking about playing Armades. Like I do have an Armades like here that I was gonna put in the profile. I also made like one change in the profile, put Abyss Dweller in because I think Abyss Dweller is a pretty good rank 4 to have in the deck. But yeah, I think that would probably be it though. I don't think we'd even like bother bringing this thing back out. But yeah, I think that's a pretty decent first turn to kind of get a lock on our opponent here if we're playing against like Blue Eyes or something. It's a pretty decent first turn. We make everything dragon, and then Swordsman makes, you know, negates all their effects that can be activated. So yeah, basically if you get this and this, like it's a very solid first turn, because like this negates dragons' effects and pierce or gains attack for each dragon in their field and graveyard, gains like 1,000 attack. And then if you have the Buster Dragon, which turns everything dragon that they control, so you can see how the combo works there. Like you want to have those two together so you can get the max benefit off of their effects. So let's shuffle it up real quick. I did pile shuffle this before we started, just so everything would be decently shuffled. Split that. Draw into this guy again. He's a 1-of, but we draw into him like every freaking turn it seems. That's alright. Go Brilliant Fusion. Brilliant Fusion will send Lazuli and Galaxy Serpent. These are our usual suspects. Like that. And then we can add back our Galaxy Serpent off of Lazuli, because Lazuli is a cool card. We'll normal summon this, and we'll search. I want to say a Sword Flash, or not a Sword Flash, this. And then we can get a normal summon on this and Synchro for Clearwing. And we can set up some pretty decent plays with these trap cards we got here. Since we are going first, we can normal summon that. We'll Synchro into a 7 for that. We can also Synchro up into an 8. We can go for Buster Dragon if we wanted to. I just don't think that'd be the best idea, because it only special summons Buster Blader from graveyard, which we currently do not have, but we could technically have one, which is why I'm going to set these two. Keep the Sword Flash in hand because it's kind of useless at the moment, but we can just do this, and then during our opponent's turn or whatever, we can discard any of these and then summon out a Buster Blader or Buster Blader monster from our deck. Not too bad of a play. summon out Buster Blader and Synchro, and then we can go into. Actually, I kind of want to play this out. Let's say perfect case scenario, nothing happens to our field. I know that's kind of not always possible, but let's just say, for the hell of it, we'll summon out that. We have to discard as well, so we'll discard this guy, so he can be treated as Buster Blader while in the graveyard. So that's pretty solid, actually. Then we can synchro these guys together for Buster Dragon, and then we can use this card's effect to banish this and this guy from grave to go into this. Now that's our board, and then we can set these two. We don't even need to set this, but we can set this, and we're basically banishing all monsters our opponent controls. Next time they, it actually doesn't even matter. Like, you can just flip this up whenever. Like, it doesn't need to be when they attack or when they summon something. If they have a full board, you can just flip this up and then banish all their monsters on their field. So that's really good. I'm actually pretty happy with that turn. We'll go ahead and shuffle it up and start a new hand here. Let me just separate extra deck cards from main deck cards. I'm gonna keep the Seraphinite on the top because it seems like every test hand I've done so far today, even before I was recording, I was opening that card and just kept needing to go and grab it, and I didn't want to keep like shuffling through all my cards in my extra deck to go keep grabbing Seraphinite when it kept coming up and up and up. So we got two pretty decent hands so far, which is all right. I'll take that. I'll take that. Shuffle it up a little more, and we'll see what we'll grab off this hand now. I'm expecting a brick hand every now and then, so Sword Flash, Emblem of the Dragon Destroyer, Memories, Fusion, and Buster Blader Destruction Swordsman. We'll go that, obviously. Grab a Buster Blader, grab a decent copy of it, grab that one. Yeah, and I think the only thing we can do now is set this and pass. As lackluster as that sound, that's pretty much what some of the turns are going to be, because we'll have to do this, sending this, and then we'll have to summon a Buster Blader monster from deck. Of course, only going to be able to go for another copy of Buster Blader, and then hopefully they can't do anything about that, but odds are they can. And then this will go to the grave, and then hopefully we draw in like something halfway decent. Brilliant Fusion, that's not too bad. Could definitely be better. We could probably, Brilliant Fusion, we could probably do this. And I know this is beyond limits of just a first turn hand, I understand that, but I want to play it out a little bit more. Let's kind of extend some plays here. We can go in this. Now we have this in the graveyard. Instead, we didn't send Serpent. We sent this instead, so we can use its effect, which would be to discard a Destruction Sword card and to special summon this card, which we do that. We can do that, or we can discard Sword Flash, which I think I'd actually rather do than this card. I'd rather discard Sword Flash to do this, and then we could synchro into Buster Blader or Buster Dragon, and then we can use this card's effect here to banish this and this for this, and again we have another pretty decent field, so that's alright. That one trap card was kind of what we needed to get going, which is the case sometimes. You're always going to be like one card off of what you actually need to make a solid play. Like, as long as you can get the if you can get this and Buster Dragon on field, you're usually pretty safe. Not safe from everything, but it's a pretty decent board. Let's see what we can get here. We'll do a couple more, and then if I like don't open up too well, I'll like, all right, let's draw one more card, see if we're going second, then see what we'll get, if that kind of like helps it out a little bit or not. We'll debate on like whether or not we need to go any further. Still waiting on that brick hand that's going to be coming eventually. You know it's going to be there. Buster Whelp, Upstart, Destruction Sword, Memories, Warning, and Soul Charge. I think that's the first time I opened Warning and Upstart. Let's go ahead and Upstart into Summoner Monk. Buster Whelp into... that's a good question. Destruction Sword card, what do I want? Do I want a Destruction Sword and Fusion? That's not really going to help out too much. Actually, it could, but I really don't want to get rid of this Soul Charge. I feel like that'd be like one of the worst things I could do is get rid of the Soul Charge. Let's go ahead and we could grab this. Arguably, we could take that. Not the best though. You know, let's just take the fusion. Just take the fusion, add that, and then we can kind of just sit low this turn and sit on these and leave this dude here. But other than that, like that's pretty much our turn. Like there's a pretty much brick hand for you. Like we have warning, we have this to kind of protect us. We can discard that. We can summon out the other Buster Blader dude that we play the one of. Possibly make a synchro play, and then we can soul charge to make another one. And then if we draw into like another spell, then we would have drawn in. I'd summon this guy off this, definitely. But yeah, that's a pretty brick hand. I was expecting that. We did have some decent traps to back it up, but either way, it was still a brick hand. I'm going to go ahead and pile shuffle now, just to kind of really mix it up. Alright, so we're all shuffled. Let's split it. Let's get another hand. Sound Warning, Buster Whelp, Summoner Monk, Galaxy Serpent, and another Buster Whelp. Do I want to play this hand out? Not really. Actually, let's see what we'd get if we were going second. Yeah, that doesn't help out at all. You can get those brick hands. There are some other cards I wanted to try out in here, but I just strictly don't have. One was Return of the Dragon Lords, new card that came out in the structure decks. Also, Sage with Eyes of Blue is a card I've been seeing people play, but like it's a normal summon that searches Buster Whelp, which like I guess is decent, but like it's kind of vice versa when you can just go summon Buster Whelp, search your fusion card, and then fuse with the Buster Blader in hand. When I guess the other way around would be to, you know, search Buster Whelp, and then if you have the Buster Blader in hand, you can fuse both those from hand into the level 8, but then that level 1 tuner there is just kind of chilling that you can't really do anything with. And we don't play that many normal monsters because we're not Blue Eyes, so we'll draw into another hand here. Emptiness, Instant Fusion, Double Whelp. What is this? Draw into another card. I mean, it's almost good. Actually, no. Like we would need to get a normal summon of this guy first. Prisma. Send one of these, send a new dragon, instant fusion it back, make it Dweller, set vanities. But that's like the extent of the turn there. Pretty bricky. Enough bricks I could build a house with them. Let's do a real quick speed shuffle. Upstart, Sword, Memories, Summoner Monk, Buster Blader, Warning. Let's draw into a 6 card and Buster Whelp. Do I want to get rid of, what's Upstart? Into Brilliant Fusion. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. That paid off. I feel like a broken record player. We'll summon out Seraphonite. We'll add back Serpent. We'll normal summon this. We'll search our Fusion. And hopefully we can do a Fusion and Synchro this turn with the hand that we've been given. Do that, and then we can Fusion into this guy. That'll give us him. We also have Warning and this card in hand. I also at this point want to add back this so we can have a discard target for that. And I also kind of want to summon, well, we don't have another Buster Blader on field really to go into another Synchro. So I think what I'm just going to do is normal summon this as our second normal summon, Synchro for Clearwing, just like that. And I just want to check see if he gets the attack bonus. No, it's only for your opponents. I just wanted to double check. And then we can add back, we'll discard Summoner Monk to add back this, and then we can set Warning and Memories with this in hand as discard fodder. And that's a pretty decent turn as well. Definitely better than the last few turns we had, because like I said, we can Warning anything that we need to. We have the Clearwing as protection. We also have this discard fodder. We can go summon something out, get some disruption. It's a pretty decent turn. Go ahead and shuffle these back in, and then we'll do like 1 or 2 more test hands. We'll see what time we're at. Still currently on the grind for getting videos up for you guys before I leave for Florida. You're probably watching this while I'm already there, depending on when this goes up. But yeah, I need to get like 2 weeks of videos done for you guys, so I'm trying. Let's go ahead and split it. Cards Consonance, Fusion Conscription. I think that's like one of the first times we've opened that. Memories, and we'll draw 6 card Upstart into Serpent. That is perfect because I wanted to use this Cards Consonance really badly. Cards Consonance, we'll go with that. Draw 2 more. We have Instant Fusion too, so we can bring that back. Make some funky synchro plays. We're gonna need Fusion Conscription. We might need Fusion Conscription because we don't really have the best play at the moment. which I would say would just be the normal Prisma. The level 4 Buster Whelp if we wanted to, as a dragon. And then we could use Instant Fusion to bring that back. Make a rank 4, set this with that in hand, and then Fusion Conscription. Last minute to add like another Buster Blader. So I think I'll do that. So now he's mainly just for the dragon type monster that we need him to be. And then we'll Instant Fusion, go for Norden. I think this is like the first time summoning Norden this entire time. Bring this out, and then we'll overlay into Dweller or Castel. I mean, if we want to be aggressive, I guess we'll go for Castel since we're going second. So we have that, and then we can Conscription, add ourselves one of the materials listed on there, so we can either grab a dragon or a Buster Blader. I want to grab Buster Whelp, that's a good card, and then I can set there, and basically after we do our plays or whatnot, we can just do that, discard that, summon out something, Buster Blader preferably, and then we have that to Synchro, to Search, Diffusion, or Synchro I said. So yeah, it's actually pretty decent. Not the best for going second, like we needed to draw that extra card there to make it somewhat worthwhile to play it out. But yeah, we'll do one more test hand here and see what we can get. Alright, hopefully this is best for last. Let's see what we get. Sword Memories, Brilliant Fusion, Buster Whelp. Let's draw one more card. Alright, that's not bad. We can play this one out. Let's search a Buster Blader. Might as well. Grab that one. Old school looking Buster Blader. Probably my favorite kind. And then we'll Brilliant Fusion. Brilliant Fusion has been straight up the lifeline of this deck. That much better to play. We also send Prisma to the grave, but I'd really only do that if we had Instant Fusion, because it'd be just rank 4 fodder. So we can go retrieve a level 4, obviously with Norden. We'll do that, play, and then we can normal the Whelp. We didn't even summon my frickin', where is it, Seraphonite. We're missing a little something, aren't we? Seraphonite there, and then what I want to do next. So yeah, we were searching for a Destruction Swords card, which is going to be, add this to our hand. We can also normal summon the Galaxy Serpent on top of that. Discard this turn to summon out another Buster Whelp. Like, we have no way to get Buster Blader on field, which also really sucks. Just do those two, and we'll go into Big Daddy Buster Blader, just like that. We got that in our grave now. We can also normal summon this, go for a Clearwing as per usual. Pretty solid field though, pretty consistently. I mean, we got that set up, and now we can either discard this, summon that, discard that, because we do control Buster Blader, and then we can Synchro with these two, or we could just banish this, and we'll banish Buster Blader and this dragon here for another fusion, and then we could discard this, add this back to our hand, and set it. We could make like another fusion, I guess, at some point. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that turn. We have double of these guys. They each gain 1,000 attack for each dragon, and then we could like sync. Yeah, I think the best way would just be to synchro with these and go into a Buster Dragon, because I think that's definitely the best way to go, because at least we're getting some benefit off this card. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. Definitely the way to go there. Yeah, I think that's definitely a good solid first turn play. We have that set as well, so we could fuse out and tag into another one, and then banish this Engraved Fusion. Well, that'd be 4 fusion, but I'm sure you get what I mean. Yeah, so that is it for, I think we can do one more test hand. We'll definitely do one more test hand. That was a good test hand that got me in the good spirits, so let's do one more test hand. That one I was really worried it was going to be just Brick City, but it worked. It definitely worked. Only if Buster Dragon had more attack. It was 1,200 attack, but it does have 2,800 defense. I guess that makes up for something. But give me first turn, Buster Dragon, Buster Blader, and Clearwing and Dweller. That'd be pretty nuts, but I don't even know if that's possible. Like, we really need like the god hand going second for that to happen. Alright, let's see what we can get for our last test hand here. We'll split it one last time. Instant, Buster Blader, Destruction Sword Master, Sacred Sword, Buster Blader, Cards of Consonance, Brilliant Fusion. Let's Brilliant Fusion first to be safe. We don't want to draw into the one target. And that's the one thing I kind of don't like about playing one target, but if I play any more, then it would create even more brick hands than there already are, which is arguably too many. Do that. It also fuels your card to Consonance as well, which is nice, but not always the case. You don't always want to get rid of that. And then with Sacred Swords, there's this guy. Soul Charge, that's nice. Card to Consonance, I guess, is alright since we have Soul Charge. We need more draws. There's Prisma. Prisma and Fusion. Prisma, now he becomes Buster Well, but I'm not sure if we can actually Fusion with this guy, because, like, it does say we need a dragon type, and I'm not sure if he becomes a dragon type. I'm pretty sure it just copies the name. Yeah, it becomes that card's name. This card becomes the set monsters until the end phase. This card's name, yeah, so it just becomes the name. It doesn't copy the type. So we'll still need to, like, Soul Charge, I guess, or Instant Fusion. We could just do that first. Instant Fusion, Norden will bring this out, and then we can Fusion with that. We'll do that. We'll discard this, as well as this. Go into that, and we can make a rank 4. Dweller or Castel, whatever floats your boat. I guess we'll make Castel, because we have Soul Charge, so we'll, like, double Castel, we'll shuffle something back. That should be there. That should also be engraved. And I think we still have a second normal summon to make. Either or, it doesn't matter. So we'll Soul Charge, or that. Buster Whelp, and then we'll Synchro, of course, for the Buster Dragon. And then set Flash. Like, that's a really good turn. That is a really good turn. I like it. I like it, and I think that's a good note to wrap up on. So yeah, probably one of the best openings we've had. Like I said, not that consistent, still very fun to play. Fun to play with the Buster Blader archetype. Definitely think it has potential, but could it be better? Of course it could be better. There's a lot of decks out there that could be 10 times better. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. These test time videos are kind of difficult to record sometimes. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like I said, leave a like. It'd be greatly appreciated. And as always, Winterkill signing out. One last thing also, like I said, you guys want to check out the deck profile for this. The only thing different was adding in the extra deck an Abyss Dweller instead of this guy I was playing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Winterkill signing out. We'll see you in the next one.